My name is Eric Mintel. By night, I'm a professional jazz musician, but by even later at night, I investigate the paranormal. I, along with my team at Bucks County Paranormal Investigations, travel the country investigating all things paranormal. This is Bucks County Paranormal Investigations. We were called in 2017, I think it was November 2017, to investigate McCool's Red Lion Inn in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Now that was pretty wild. I mean, there has always been, hauntings there and stories of hauntings, but I mean, you guys were there with me, man. I mean, you saw it firsthand.
Yeah, that's where Eric was when he was talking with the server, and then the orb came down behind the guy.
That's right.
We didn't see it. We knew something was going on, but I could feel it. But when Eric went back and edited the video, he found that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean, that was like, something like caught my eye there, and then all of a sudden that thing just came right through. And yeah, that was a really cool thing. That was probably one of the first things, in doing the investigations that we've done over the last 4 years together. That is some of the really cool evidence that we found on camera.
Yeah, it came later. We weren't even aware of it at the time. It just we saw it after the fact.
Exactly.
Well, when you were talking with Jan, the owner, when you were sitting in the dining area, to the left was that door that had the picture on it, but it was all blurred out. And when we went back to investigate, it was crystal clear. I mean, you could see it.
That was really weird.
That was very weird. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Right, that was right. And then let's check out those clips. Let's look at the clip from the orb with the server.
Yep.
And then let's come back and let's talk about the basement.
Yeah, so what was that with you were talking about? I said, well, the lantern fell off the shelf. They're like, oh, well, I thought you were talking about the one on the piano. I mean, just...
As we interviewed Brian, we caught an orb floating down right into Brian. You could clearly see it right here. Yeah, that orb was something that it wasn't a light, it wasn't a bug, it wasn't a reflection off of anything, it wasn't a car going by or anything. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was. What shocked me is when we were down in the basement, we were investigating, you checked out that tunnel that was down there. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think you would go, and you actually did. I was kind of shocked.
Hey, I was shocked too, man. I mean, it was like, first of all, you could hardly get in there because it was like you had to kind of crawl into it. And then I'm calling you guys because I'm looking around and I see all of a sudden I heard something. I'm like this. I look around and I called you guys. But Dave, you had your own experience down there, man.
What'd you see, Dave? I don't know. It's something in here out of the corner of my eye. Back here somewhere. I wonder if it was that little girl or peekaboo hiding again.
Oh. Yeah. It's like you can see it in your peripheral vision, but then as soon as you go there, then it's gone.
Yeah, it was gone.
It happened twice,
Yeah, and
because I was around the corner from that. And
that was pretty weird. Yeah.
I was looking at the jail when you had called, and I was right around the corner from you, so I was able to get there pretty quick.
That's right. Yeah, that was pretty intense.
I mean, going into that, we didn't know what we were in store for. I mean, as soon as, and even like with that orb, that kind of just caught my eye, and hearing some of the stories that they were telling us, the whole night just kind of like was crazy, man. That whole night. Yeah, well, if you remember, the bartender, she also told us about the bathroom locking. Right. And nobody was in it. Yeah, and she also, remember, she told us about the
speed rack.
Vodka.
Yeah, on the speed rack.
Let's listen to her real quick. Check this out.
Okay. I've had a bottle of vodka just come out of the speed rack and smash on the floor in front of me, like next to me. And everyone at the bar saw it. They all saw that I did not touch it. That was last year. And then literally a couple weeks ago, the same thing.
So was that one of the more uncomfortable type feelings?
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. I mean, the speed rack is where they hold all the alcohol, and it popped out, and she wasn't even near it. And then other patrons saw that. That's really cool.
You know what I thought was the most spookiest thing of the night? When we came around the corner and there was Dave behind the bar.
I'm not seeing or hearing anything back here.
So, what, are you the bartender?
Come on, don't do that, man. Come on.
What is it? Are you scared?
Don't do that.
I was trying to get out of there before you guys came in.
He found the spirits.
Spirit of Jim Beam. No,
Him and his buddy Johnny Walker.
That was an investigation Dave was glad to go on.
this is the one where there was the theater upstairs, correct?
Yeah, it was next door in the other building.
Next door.
Yeah, it's the old barn where they used to have the carriage house, and
Yeah,
where they would
I remember
have
walking
the
up
horses
there
and stuff.
and just getting this cold chill. You walked in there, you opened the door, and they looked like heads on the shelf, and it was actually the wig mannequins.
Well, let's talk about that, because we went over there after we investigated the basement. We went over to the theater, but Dave, I think you and Dom wanted to go, or I think I asked you to go upstairs. And let's check that out. Watch that.
Oh yeah.
This is where the boy's been seen, on this stairway, so I think we should have somebody camped out here, right here on the stairway with the camera. Dave, you want to go upstairs?
Dom, you want to go upstairs? No. Don, don't do that!
Sorry, Dave.
Go for Dom. What the hell is going on up there?
I think Dave just blew an O-ring, but he's okay.
You scared the shit out of me!
Yeah, Dave blew a gasket.
Dom, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm checking your heart, making sure it's good.
I never saw Dave in all the years that we would playing jazz together for 20 years. I have never once heard him go that loud.
Well, you were down at the bottom of the stairs where they kept seeing the boy playing on the bottom of the landing.
Well,
you were down there and you heard Dave scream. You were wondering what was going on.
I know. I had to get on the damn radio, man. What the hell's going on up there?
Yeah, that was pretty. I was a little kind of on high alert, and I was,
Yeah. No doubt. All three of us, man. All night we were like, "What the hell's going on?" That was probably one of the most fun investigations we've been on.
The painting that was blurry, and then it was clear the next day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too many things there that's not to, you can't just turn your head.
Yeah, we're definitely going back. So yeah, McCool's Red Lion Inn, definitely haunted. So guys, what about the General Warren, man?
Oh yeah, General Warren.
Patrick, the owner, was phenomenal on that job.
Oh,
he was involved and wanted to be there. That was so cool.
And he had the whole backstory for everything, for the people that stayed there. Everything he was, gave us the whole history of it.
The food is phenomenal.
Oh, it was great.
And I mean, we took Kelly and Sherry there, and it was phenomenal.
And the desserts were awesome.
Oh yeah, they were really good. Yes, they were, as you found out.
Yes, I did.
As we will see in this clip.
Guys. What the hell is that sound? Yeah, what is that sound?
What the hell?
Guys, I think it's coming from in here. This is the pastry kitchen. I see you found our pastry kitchen. Enjoy.
Really, Dom? Really?
What? I got hungry.
I'll tell you, you wouldn't know they had their own bakery in there.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean,
yeah,
that was great.
So Dave, I never asked you, and I know with the craziness of that night, you went up to the second floor because you went up to try to get an EVP happening.
Oh yeah.
Session. I
Yeah.
asked you, did you ever catch anything on there?
Yeah, we actually did, and I, got caught up in the investigation. We didn't get to talk about it even on camera that night. We
Yeah.
didn't talk about it until we got back to the office.
When we were all down in the basement with Patrick, check this clip out.
Patrick, where are we now?
We're down in the basement underneath the main dining room, part of the original structure. There's a lot of stuff down here.
What's that?
I don't know.
Is anyone at the staying over tonight?
There's nobody in the space above us.
It's
right
just
now.
us.
It's just us.
So, Patrick, we're all down there after we saw Dom in the bakery. we were checking out the basement, for all these other things that were going on. All of a sudden, we hear this huge bang upstairs, and we don't know what the hell it is. So we all go up and check it out. So look at this. Check this out. I wanted to tell you too. I mean, what about Patrick though? After we come upstairs, check this out.
We were in the basement talking, and we heard this huge bang up here. We get up here, there's nothing here.
There was a story about one of our servers flambeing in that dining room, and the skillet flew out of her hand and landed on the floor, and everybody in the room saw it.
What room was that?
The main dining room.
Well, maybe that's what we heard.
I mean, we were all down in the basement. So, I mean, there was nobody in there, and that happened. But then, don't forget about the well house out back.
Oh, yeah.
That was some good times talking with Pat. But
1745, table 1745. That's right. But don't move, because let me fill you guys up with another little more drink here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Hey, make me a reservation.
but he had that
Oh,
big.
Oh, he brought the big bottle out.
Yeah, he brought the bottle out for us.
Remember that.
I'm so glad you guys were there, man, because it was good to have great teamwork, and you guys. It was nice we could at least, break up, go into different areas, and check things out separately.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely want to come back, Dave, on that on the EVP session eventually, and maybe we could share that with Patrick too.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
I mean, the Inn at Jim Thorpe. Now that one is incredibly haunted. I mean, there are stories upon stories, and talk about the history there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and that was especially appealing to us because they have a jazz club in the lower half of it. So right away we were lured toward that.
Totally.
Yeah, I missed that one because I was down in Virginia in the Blue Ridge Mountains chasing the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, you got a report. We got a report from that, so we had to send you down there. So sorry, Dom.
That's all right. I had fun. I won't go by myself again, but
yeah, I know. Well, let's check out the footage of you down there real quick.
All right.
Some kind of tunnel thing going on here where the water's going down. It's a runoff. But definitely, I think we're going to have to come back with some lights and some team here. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm not going in there by myself.
So, Dom, I don't know what the hell was going on, but you know what?
We got to go back.
Radio.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we have to go back.
Yeah.
Because there was a huge footprint and stuff. I didn't get it on camera. The battery died, and that was on the way out. Because you heard this thing, the noise, and I just by myself. I went, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah. You saw
blame you.
Yeah, you saw the tunnel too.
Yeah, the tunnel that was down there. Yep, and I just chased it in. So,
well, let me tell you, Dave and I went up to Jim Thorpe, and we met with Nancy and David. David Drury is the owner, and Nancy is phenomenal, man. They're both great people, and welcomed us with open arms as soon as we walked in there. Like Dave said, they've got a great jazz club there, very musically oriented, and so we were happy to be there. Nancy brought us up, I think, to the second floor, right, Dave?
The second floor, yeah.
Yep.
And checked out this one room. Let's check that clip out.
People have said all kinds of things about in here. They feel the presence of a woman in here. We're not exactly sure. Some people have said that it's actually a nurse who used this room at some point, maybe 100 years ago, 150 years ago.
I remember that somebody had felt like they said they felt like an icy grip. And to be honest with you, Nancy's talking to us, and I felt sort of the same thing, and you could see what my reaction is.
The story that I heard was there's you could feel an icy grip, and I'm feeling it right now. I mean, even though it's I feel like a cold spot like right now.
I mean, that was crazy. So Dave, you and Chandler, you were like David and I kept hearing something, and then we come around the corner, but there's you and Chandler, but you had just gotten some of that footage of the metal cup on that table.
Yeah. That was really strange.
That was really weird. So check this clip out.
Have that?
Yep.
You're not going to believe this.
Dave tells me that he was just given video from one of the surveillance cameras in the kitchen. Look closely at the metal thermal cup on the table. You can clearly see it moves, and you can also see no one bumps into the table making it move. Truly a paranormal event caught on video.
So, I mean, you could see that there was nothing moving that thing around. Nothing was banging into it.
Something was. We just couldn't see what it was.
So, Dom, if you were just to catch you up on it, we got footage that somebody sent us that night of a metal cup that was on a metal table with like a metal thermos.
Yeah.
And they had the bar footage camera, the bar camera there, and this thing just like moves like that. It's just the weirdest
wow.
thing.
Yeah. We have to go back.
We're going back. Hey, remember we had Pat on the in at Jim Thorpe, and we had the kids from Lab 212. So we totally forgot about Pat at the end. So check this out.
We'll be back.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
Right. Thanks again.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Hey, Aaron. What about Patrick? Where is he?
Is anyone there? Can you respond?
Oops.
There's nothing in here.
We kind of did the same thing to Pat, sending him upstairs without batteries in the walkie-talkie.
Why don't you take Patrick in there?
Okay,
but let Patrick go in there by himself.
Yeah, let him go by himself.
You okay with that, Patrick?
Who's coming with me?
No one.
No, just me.
Just you.
Okay.
Just to pick on him.
He was trying the worst way to get one of us to go with him.
Even better if somebody's just there with me. I don't have to go on the radio at all.
Can't do it.
No?
Can't do it. Can't do it. We're going to be busy. Yeah.
Just me?
No, you got to go by yourself.
No, you got to go. And Dave, this next one, man, I mean, you weren't there because this is the other thing. Before Dom and I went on this investigation, I had just gotten a call from you that day. You remember going up to Sarah's.
Oh, yeah.
Gotten a call from Sarah in North Jersey. And so Dom and I went down to investigate a business in Bucks County here, which was completely haunted. And it also had the same type of thing with the furniture again, right, Dom?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the paranormal stuff going on in this room.
Yeah, so what happened is like a few months ago, we had one of our staff members was downstairs and the phone rang. And she looked at the phone extension and it said emergency on it. And it gave a number to one of the extensions up here. So she came up, because she thought she was one of the only people here. She came up to see if one of the staff members needed some help. Once she came in, she noticed that the staff member's not there, but she came over into this office and these 3 chairs were just piled up right here, back to back. Just.
Well, yeah, they had the room upstairs and the chairs were all piled into the middle. So it seems like a thing that the specters do.
Something that when they want to really let you know that they're there, they do something that's like really obvious.
But when we were down at that business, do you remember when I was in that server room and I told you about the chills? We had it on camera. I got all those goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like 90 degrees, 95 degrees outside. And it was like 60 degrees in that room in a matter of seconds.
It was bone chilling. Yeah, let's look at that clip because I want to talk about that too.
All right, we definitely got to go check that out.
I just got to chill.
I thought that too.
I just got to chill, and I've got goosebumps.
Something too.
It's really. Go for E.
Go for Dom.
You're not going to believe this. I just got a major chill, and the EMF meter up here where Mel had those feelings that he felt, the EMF is going off the charts. It is crazy.
But Dom, you and Pat. I mean, you had the magnetometer, but you also had the laser thermometer too.
Yeah, I did, and I'm telling you, there was something up there. And then later on, when we were talking with Mel, you know, reviewing everything, he was saying that there was somebody up there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, also, do you remember when after we wrapped up the investigation, me, you, and Mel were out talking, and my back was to the building.
Yep.
You and Mel were looking at the building, and there was a shadow up in the window. So
and when that happened, I looked at Mel. I'm like, "Do you see that?" And he goes, "Yeah." I didn't want to say anything, and we just started laughing.
So, Dave, let's talk about what you saw up in North Jersey with the Bigfoot.
I was up there, and she was like losing her mind. She was borderline hysterical, you know, and she's like taking me here and there, and she's not making a whole lot of sense. Finally, after she calmed down a little while, we went up and walked the perimeter of the property. She was like really reluctant to go. She's like, she wouldn't let go of my arm, you know.
Yeah.
We saw something up there. It was like, to me, it looked like, you know how like if you're in a field and a low-flying airplane goes over and you see the shadow? It was like that. Of course, it was a cloudy day. It was almost dark. It wasn't that. There was something went through.
Wow. Well,
That's
I know
when I called you guys.
What the hell? It's a text from Dave.
Oh, because you were shook up, man. I mean,
It was definitely something I hadn't experienced before.
When we got up to Sarah's, though, where the hell did she go? She was gone.
Yeah,
she
wasn't
afraid.
around.
She took off. I think she took off. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, crazy.
So Dom and I came up to the house after we got the call. So check this clip out.
How could he be, man? I don't know. Let's try the door. Okay.
Dave. Davey?
Dave.
Like I said, it's still an ongoing investigation. We still don't have any answers of that.
Well, that whole thing there too, that kind of bled into another one of our investigations.
I'm not getting a good feeling about this. No. Be strong, bro. Be strong. We just came into this building on Raccoon's property. We heard all kinds of banging and smashing going on. Well, we just looked inside, and there's nothing in here.
Boys, it's getting dark. What's the plan? All right, look, let's just try it.
Remember the messages we were getting at the end? Through the radio, we heard.
He's looking for something, but what?
Wait, I'm getting something on the radio.
Something.
Which, that was weird. So Dom, you were there, and he's got some kind of thing going on in the barn down there. And check this out. So this is what we encountered. And I know, Dave, you had a really bad feeling about that.
It was so noisy. It was deafening racket. As soon as we looked in there was nothing.
Yeah, let's check. Listen, guys, all of these investigations, I mean, there is something to, you know, I always say that there is a little bit of truth to the folklore.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave, it's about for some reason.
I mean, Dom, another one. Dave, you were on another investigation.
Yep.
But Dom and I went to a haunted Hillview Manor in Pittsburgh.
Right. Pittsburgh.
I dragged Dom 5.5 hours out to Pittsburgh.
And it was snowing. It was ice.
Hey, we do what we got to do.
We went. Bucks County Paranormal will go through hell and high water.
Either rain or sleep.
Or snow and sleep. Yeah, we're like the post office.
we bring the paranormal to the huddled masses.
We're like the post office, only faster.
Exactly. So, Dave, Dom and I head into, we go into Haunted Hillview Manor in Newcastle, PA.
Okay.
As soon as we walk in the door, right, Dom?
Oh, yeah. It hits you.
There was unbelievable, off the charts.
Yep. The heaviness, the energy.
Yeah.
Then the hallway where I saw at the end of the hallway, the figure.
Right. Yeah. Let's Dave, check this out. Let's show everybody this clip. Check this out.
It's an orderly, and he's waving to us to come this way.
And remember the guy, Nick, he told us about that shadow that we caught on camera.
Yeah.
Was the creeper.
Yeah, that's right. He called it the creeper.
And it looked like a guy walking back and forth in Eli's hallway. A shadow of a guy, like he had his arms crossed and he was walking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. We went in and we looked, we checked the camera, the whole bit, couldn't find anything. 5 minutes later, you see this shadow. You swear to God, it was a guy walking in back and forth in the hallway.
We saw something like that on Tuesday. We had a static camera there, and we were looking down the hallway, and we saw a shadow. It kept kind of getting bigger and then smaller.
Oh, that's the creeper.
Yeah.
That's the creeper. Yeah, you saw the creeper.
Dave, I wish you were there that day, man. It was unbelievable.
It was so warm and toasty. It must have been like 28 degrees in that building.
Oh, yeah. Dom, what about that too? Speaking of that, so Dom brought thermal with us, and he puts the thermal down the hallway, and immediately catches a heat signature. But it's at least, it's got to be what? It was like 15 degrees in there.
I do have thermal.
All right, cool.
Just started it up. Oh my.
That's a heat signature.
Yeah.
Because that place has no heat going through that at all. There's nothing going on.
No, there's something there. We saw it on the screen. You saw it on the scope. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's something. It was just very weird.
And
so we're definitely going back. All three of us are definitely going back there.
Yeah, and don't forget, when we went down there to go investigate, we went into that one room where you heard that noise.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, check this out.
Upon reviewing the footage, after I said we heard something in the corner, you can hear what sounds like a groan. Keep in mind, it could not be the heater. There's absolutely no heat going through this entire building. Over here in the corner. Over here in the corner.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a groan. I mean, you definitely heard it.
It was weird. I mean, I know I was hungry, but it was not my stomach.
It wasn't mine.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. And you know what? You can always look at us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/BucksPN1. That's the Bucks County Paranormal Investigations Facebook page. You can see us every Saturday night at 10 p.m. on Amazon Fire TV through Princeton Television, Roku TV, Apple TV. So we're on all those different platforms. You can see me, Dom, Dave, a host of other people, and looking forward to showing you guys some more videos. So
give a shout out to Ellen as well.
Ellen Collins, absolutely. Ellen Collins, our biggest fan, friend, sponsor, supporter. Also another fan, Brenda Hoot, sponsor, supporter, and also McCool's Red Lion is sponsor of this. So until then, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next investigation.
And remember,
next time. Thank you.
Get on the damn radio.
Get on the damn radio.
Get on the damn radio.